I used to carry 3, sometimes 4 batteries just to survive a video shoot. But recently, I tried a V-mount battery for the very first time. And today, I'm reviewing the KF-V99 Pro from KentFaith. And not only did it simplify my workflow, it turned into a must-have tool for my entire creative setup, both in the field and back here at the desk. And this was sent out to me by KentFaith to test, but as always, here's my honest, buyer-friendly review. So let me start with a real-world example. I shot a basketball training session using the battery to both power my Sony FX30 and the Viltrox DC-A1 monitor that I just recently did a review on. And I recorded off and on for about 3 hours. Plus I did some photo work while I was there as well using the Sony FX30. And when I wrapped up and checked my battery, it was still at 77%. Now that's the moment I knew that this wasn't just a battery, right? This allows basically peace of mind. And after the shoot, I used the same battery for another 2 to 3 days while finishing the Viltrox DC-A1 review and filming it, here at my desk, getting B-roll, just different stuff like that, different angles of the monitor, etc. And not only that, it powered my gear reliably. And when I finally ran out, right, this was days later, I charged it using, the USB-C, it's input 1, PD 100 watt input, right? And I did this right at my desk, and it went from dead to full in maybe about 2 hours, a little over 2 hours or so. And I used, the included USB-C cable that came along with it. The KF-V99 Pro packs 99 watt hours, which basically translate into a 6,700 milliamp battery at 14.8 volts. And the nice thing about that is that is airline safe. So you can take this on, an airplane without having to check and stuff like that, but it's still powerful enough to keep multiple devices running at once. So let's go over the outputs real quick, kind of what you can plug into. It has 2 USB-C ports, and that's one of them. Like I said, USB-C port 1 is 100 watts, and the other one is up to 65 watts. Now it also has 1 USB-A port, and that's 24 watt max, or 5 volts at 3 amps. And I've used that one to basically power my monitor for the most part to this point. It has a 12 volt DC barrel port. Now that's a DC out port, and then it has 1 BP battery plate output, and that is 14.8 volts max, 10 to 14 amps. And then the screen here, that's this screen here. It's really nice, as you can see. You can see it really well. It's a TFT full color screen, and it gives you live readouts. So it gives you port by port basis, basically what the voltage, the battery percentage, and the estimated runtime on each of these, each of the ports, if you will. And powering gear, like, it's not just enough that it powers the gear, it has to be safe at the same time. Now this is technically a budget-friendly V-mount battery. Some of these things are $300, $400, etc. This comes in at $119 on the website as retail value, and it tends to be some pretty good discounts here and there as well. I put any discount information in the description below, so if I have any codes or anything like that, I'll keep them updated in the description below. But this battery has a fully built-in intelligent battery management system. So BMS is what they call it, which includes over voltage protection, it's over current protection, temperature monitoring, short circuit protection, and overcharge and over discharge safeguards. And this has a rugged aluminum alloy fire resistant, type body, polycarbonate shell on the outside of this thing. So it's built to protect your gear and yourself. So like, even if this was to get like extremely hot or anything like that, the way that they build this, even with the kind of heat dissipation vents, etc., this allows for this to just be maximum comfort and protect your gear at the same time. And so I think that's really nice about this. Even though this is a budget, kind of battery option, it does not feel budget at all in the least case. This is a really nice, really well built battery. Now what surprised me most is how well this works, not just in the camera world, it works well as an EDC battery bank as well. So if you're like, for me, right, if you're like me and you're a YouTuber, a photographer, or a hybrid shooter, this battery gives you more flexibility than the standard wall charger or USB power bank. Like, it doesn't feel out of place in the studio either, right? Like, sitting this on my desk or keeping this in my bag, it fits in regardless of the scenario. So again, here's my main backpack, just right here on my desk. Brevity. This is my bigger backpack when I need like a lot of stuff. It fits in the bag completely fine. It's you know, it doesn't look out of place. But not only that, it also can go on just like my everyday carry tech bag. I recently did a video on the one that I use most often on a day-to-day basis, and this fits in there just fine, even with my camera, my everyday carry setup, my A7C II and my 24mm. And this even features like this emergency LED on the back there that you can see right there. The white dot right there is emergency LED if you need that as well. Now, there's one thing to keep in mind, because this is a V-mount battery. You do need a way to mount it to your rig or setup. So it works perfectly, and you know, the V-mount, if you're new to the space, that is what makes it a V-mount. It's that shape right there. So you do need a V-mount adapter or mounting plate to use this with your camera. And there are plenty of affordable options online. I'll tag the one that I personally use in the description below. I think I paid 50 bucks for it. So I mean, it was quick and efficient to add to my kit. It is a small extra step, but once you're set up, the convenience is absolutely worth it. Being able to just snap it on, snap it back off, charge it, snap it on, snap it back off. It's super useful. So for me, the batteries solve 3 problems at once. No more battery juggling during shoots, at least for that setup, right? That's my rigged out setup for sports videography. So at least for that, no more juggling of batteries. I just take my V-mount battery. I can shoot all day, not even have to worry about it. But also, it simplifies desk power. If you want to use it on your desk, you can definitely, I mean, a lot of people use the Anchor solutions and things like that, but I mean, something like this works really well as well. 6,700 milliamps of battery power. And lastly, I think the biggest thing that it gives, the biggest pro, is that it allows you to shoot anywhere. Again, I shot for 3 hours and there was still, and I mean off and on, power off, power off, video, and we're talking like video at 4K 120 hertz and things like that, because I'm doing, you know, slow-mo and speed ramps and stuff like that. So lastly, it just gives you the power to shoot anywhere. And if you've never tried a V-mount battery before, this is an excellent entry point, and it might just change the way you're set up like it did mine. I mean, because for me, I was like, I don't need a V-mount battery. Like, that's too over the top for what I do. But I'm super glad that I did. And I waited way too long to try V-mount batteries. So this would have saved me so much hassle in the past. And even it would have saved me having to buy more batteries, right? And so it's got me thinking, what other tools am I overlooking that I can, that can make my creative life easier? So if you've got gear that changed the way you work, drop it in the comment section below. And of course, I'll put the links and everything that you need in order to take a look at this below. And again, if I have any discounts or anything like that that they've provided to me, I'll make sure that those are updated in the description below. But let me know any suggestions you might have on other gear that I should use. And maybe, I'll check it out. Maybe that become a future video as well. So as always, stay cozy in that crazy world, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.